Anthony Hartwig here with a LaBrae girls basketball player profile. We are joined by senior Marissa Levensky. Marissa, thank you so much for coming on talking to us again.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we had a chance to catch up with you last year as a junior. You were kind of getting your feet wet with the whole upperclassman leadership responsibilities on the team. Now, here you are as a senior. What's it been like to grow even more as a leader and to take more responsibilities on the team this year?
It's wonderful. It's definitely different because I'm the oldest on the team now. So instead of me looking up to someone, I have my coaches that are the only ones older than me. But yeah, it's wonderful. I want to be that player that all of the other players look up to. Basically, just the fun senior that they have to talk to. Basically.
Now everyone's looking up to you. What's that like to know that, you're the leader, you're the oldest person on the team, and that people that want to be the future of this program are looking to you on how to do it?
it's it's pretty nice. It's a great feeling, and nobody hesitates to make me feel loved, and just they all do their best at making me feel great and that person that they look up to. So
Now, how are you handling senior year? I mean, there are a lot of emotions that come with it. It's the last ride. Every game, is at least the last at something. What's
yeah,
it like to deal with the emotions?
it's definitely a lot. Um, I think it's just now starting to set in that I'm a senior and I won't be here next year. Um, it is a lot of emotions, like you said. There's happy moments, there's sad moments, but I'm just trying to live them all up and enjoy it while I have it.
You went through a whole senior season in volleyball. How much did that kind of prepare you for the emotions of the senior season of basketball?
Yeah, that that definitely like set the line that it's over with. Um, I've been playing volleyball since seventh grade, and knowing that it's over, like that really set the tone for me, and it got me really emotional for basketball. But yeah.
So here you are, you have your senior season. Talk about some of the things that you wanted to do and the goals that you set for this last year, the things that you wanted to get done before you graduated.
This year, I really for basketball, I really wanted to focus on being the best teammate just on and off the court. I wanted to make sure that everybody felt like they can speak to me. If they needed something, they had me. And I wanted to also work on my personal goals as just trying to excel and be better than I was each year.
Now, we don't want to harp on this too much but it's reality of your team. You're dealing with some injuries on the team that are very unfortunate. Very key members of your team are going down. What's it like to be a senior and trying to keep everyone's spirits high and try to galvanize some of the younger players that probably didn't think they'd have as much floor time as they do now, and to see them come on and not miss a beat and try to be a leader through this very tough situation that you find yourself in as a team?
Yeah, whenever the injuries happened, it was very hard on our team just because we're all really close. And whenever everything happened, it was just we all had to try our best to stay positive and play for each other and with each other. Um, my goal was just to be there and always support the girls because a lot of people stepped up and they're doing a fantastic job at stepping up, and I'm just very proud of them and I want them to just know that.
How much do you guys try to win every night for the players that can't be out there with you? How much do you try to use that to galvanize you guys every night?
We definitely try and use that the most. Seeing them sitting on the side, you can see it's sad when they can't play. You know how sad that is, and we see that, and we want to play for them and just try our best. It really does help seeing them, and we just strive to do our best just for them.
Now, this next question is probably kind of scary to the teams that have to play you because you were so good last year. But what ways do you think you've improved this year? What parts of your game do you think you've gotten even better at now that you're a senior?
This year, I think I think because I'm now old, not old, but like a senior, I think I am trying to focus on most of the fundamentals and just being smart with the game turnovers are going to come here and there, but I want to always be focused. I think that's my main goal this year is just to always be focused, and if I have a little mistake, just go get the next one.
Have you always been a player that's been able to shake off mistakes, or do you think you've been able to grow in that as the years have gone on, being able to just next play mentality?
Um, I think that it's something I grew with, definitely. Um, it wasn't it wasn't nearly bad as it was in middle school. Middle school, I used to get really embarrassed about some little mistakes I've made, but growing up in the environment and the program that we're in now, everybody's so supportive, and it makes you feel better about a mistake of letting it go.
One of the things we talked about last year was how much your confidence went up your junior year and how much you kind of saw yourself succeed, which gave you the confidence to go out there and do it every night. Now that you're a senior and you've went through last year and you went through all the success you had last year, where's your confidence level at? Like, well, what do you how confident do you think you are in yourself?
I would say I am confident this year. I'd say even more confident than last year. And I think a lot of that confidence comes from this is my last year playing, especially for LaBrae. I want to try and go out there and just enjoy every single game, and confidence plays a big key in that for me.
Everyone has a different way to get into that confident mindset before a game. What gets you into that into the zone?
It's very weird, but I in my corner, I have like a little corner in the locker room, and every before every game, I turn on my little lights. They're like colorful, and it just seeing the colors just sparks my energy of like it's game time. So I think that is probably one of the biggest things that gets me ready is putting on my lights.
Does that mean when you're on the road, you have to find a little corner in the locker room and make it your corner?
um, it depends on what the locker room looks like. I just try and find the cleanest spot sometimes.
Whatever it takes. So, what is it about the color? Is it like just something that you've always had? Is it something that you kind of found out about yourself? What is it about that you think gets yourself locked in?
I am a very I don't even know how to explain it. I love colors. I love vibrance and everything like that. And I like to express myself. So when it comes to the locker room, I like my locker to just kind of express me and reflect who I am. And I would say that the colors and the lights just kind of do that for me a little bit.
Let's explore it because you are someone that likes to express yourself. What other ways do you kind of try to let your character shine through your game, through your preparation, through basketball? What kind of other ways do you think your personality comes through?
Um, Definitely at practice. Um, I stay focused at practice, but we have times where we're just allowed to be goofy and be ourselves. And being with the girls, I can just be myself, and like we have jokes and everything. And sometimes the music will be playing, and we'll just sing songs and things like that. So I think that's how I kind of let myself out at basketball.
We have to also ask you about Coach Rowe and what it's been like and what you are trying to treasure most about being coached by her one more year as a senior. What makes her so special to you, and what are you going to miss the most about being coached by her after you graduate?
Coach Rowe has got to be my favorite coach by far. Um, she's always been there for me no matter what, and she supported me even in middle school. They would come in and see our games, and she'd always tell me great job. She's a wonderful lady. She's nothing but positivity, and she puts others before herself, especially our basketball team. We're a big priority for her, and a lot of love comes from her, but she does her best at making me feel comfortable at basketball all the time. If I make a mistake, she lets me know that everything's going to be okay. Don't let it bother me. And she always supports all of us throughout the game, no matter what.
All right, when it comes to senior year in the classroom, some seniors we talked to, they did the work their first 3 years, and their senior year is a year where they can take some, electives and kind of take it easy a little bit. Are you in that situation, or do you still have some tough ones to get rid of before you graduate?
I would say I'm in that situation that most of the other seniors are. I don't have very many main core classes. I took two CCP classes again this year. One is for English, and another was just like in a little elective thing. Um, and then I have my math class. I'm in calculus this year. Um, our teacher is wonderful. He does a great job at explaining everything. So I wouldn't even say I'm really struggling this year. A lot of I just have a lot of free periods that I have time to make up anything that I really need to.
What does that do for your basketball, knowing that the schoolwork is a lot less stressful this year, and you're able to spend more time on basketball and thinking about what you have to do to win that particular night?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's amazing coming home and not having homework or something that's due or a test to study for that's super important. It lets me have my time with basketball, and then after basketball is done, I have time to just finish my day off and then get ready and get some rest.
Let's also talk about the future. What's the plan after high school? What are some things that you have in the future for yourself after you graduate?
College has always been the thing for me. I knew that I was going to go to college ever since I was young. It's just I've always enjoyed school, and I think that I would really like it. So my plans are for college, and I've applied to Kent State at Salem for their radiology program. It took a lot of time for me to figure out what I wanted to be. I went through so many different pathways and career paths that I thought I would enjoy, but radiology really stuck out. And I think I'm going to try and be a radiology technician whenever I'm older.
What made radiology stand out to you? What made that the final place that you wanted to land?
I've always wanted to work in the medical field, but I had a feeling that I couldn't handle certain situations if I was a doctor or if I was a nurse. And I wanted to try and focus on, I love school, but I really have always wanted to be and work on my career. So I think that I wanted to try and be out of college as soon as possible. So seeing the radiology program and the need for it in the future, and I think it just stuck out the most there.
In what ways are you going to keep your competitive nature alive? Because you won't be. I assume you won't be playing basketball anymore.
I don't think so.
So, what ways are you going to? You can't just turn that off. You can't turn off being a competitor. So, what ways are you going to try to keep that alive?
Um, I'm not sure. I would say I'm a competitive person. When it comes to certain things, I just always try to strive and be the best. So I think when it comes to college and my career in the future, I think I'm just gonna strive to be the best that I can, and to complete certain tasks or challenges that come along the way.
Do you think down the road after you're done with college, we might see a Coach Levensky in the future?
That has always been one of my biggest dreams too. Was being a coach. I learned the love of the sport from my coaches and from my teammates and the fans. My parents didn't play sports growing up, so whenever I moved to LaBrae. I took up sports and I just found the love for it, and everyone around helped. And if I could do that for another kid, I think it would make me feel really good about myself.
Who knows? In a couple of years, we might have a coach's corner with Marissa Levensky. Get you back in the fold with YSN. I do want to talk about a couple more things. When you graduate, you walk down that aisle, you get that diploma. What are going to be some things that you're really proud of yourself for accomplishing at LaBrae, whether it be in the classroom, on the court? What are some things that you're really proud of yourself for?
That's a big question. Um, I'm very proud of myself for always just striving to do my best. Um, if little challenges came along the way, there's been emotions, but I've always gotten through it. And I think the best thing that I'm proud of the most is just getting through everything.
What about some things that you think that make you proud that you're going to be graduating from LaBrae and that you represented the school system?
Um, well, this year I got the homecoming queen. So the whole school voted on who they would like out of all the nominees, and that made me feel really good about myself, just because one of my main focuses for myself is just to always be that person for someone, and to just always be kind, and seeing that all of that has paid off, that really made me feel good about myself.
Didn't realize we were talking to royalty. Feel like I should be bowing and okay. You get the pleasure of having the Christmas themed questions because we're getting you before Christmas. So, what's your favorite Christmas movie out there?
um, I've never really watched Christmas movies growing up. But I would have to say The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
That's a great one. What about songs? Do you listen to more Christmas songs at least?
Oh, yes, I do like Christmas songs. I really like Last Christmas. That one, I don't know, just the beat and everything kind of sticks out.
All right, and then what's the best Christmas gift you think you've ever gotten?
That's a good question. Um, I'm not sure. My parents, they definitely do spoil me and my brothers. Every year they say it's not going to be a big Christmas, and it always is. They always try their best. So I'd say the best Christmas gift is just being able to spend every Christmas with my family.
They slow play you, huh? You're not gonna
Yes.
get a lot of presents this year. Boom. Um, what about we'll flip that. What's something that you think you gotten someone that you were really excited to give them because you knew it was going to be special? What's some of the good gifts that you think you've given?
The one that sticks out the most is a gift that I gave to my grandpa last year. My pap. He comes and watches me at every single sporting event. He's always there. He's there before my parents. He always comes up to me, and he has a special place in my heart. And it's not a big gift, but it had a lot of heartful moments and memories go into it. I made him a shirt. We had a little saying because he used to drive a van where it would say beep beep toot toot, and then we'd say pap. And I made a shirt that it said that because he just got rid of his van, and it was really hard for him because it had so many memories. But I got him that last year, and he really enjoyed it, and he still wears it.
That's awesome. What's on your wish list this year? Do you have anything that's on that list to Santa?
I had a really hard time making a wish list this year. uh, I guess I just have everything that I've always wanted. But the biggest thing that I've put on there is perfume, just because I always love smelling good. So that's on there a lot.
How about an MVAC championship, right?
Yes, yes,
Right. Give me one of
that'd be
those.
awesome.
Um, Before we let you go, you've been a part of these player profiles before. You know how we do it. We like to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself for a minute and thank all the people in your life that support you, that are there for you. And I want to give you the time to give out shout outs and thank yous before we let you go.
Thank you. Um, I'd like to first start off for my team and my coaches. Um, they're wonderful girls to play with, wonderful coaches. They don't hesitate to make my day amazing. Even if I have a bad day at school, I know that I'm going to have a fun time at practice or my game. Definitely my family. My family supports me through every little decision I make. They're always there for me. My little brother, not my older brother, he's my middle brother, the middle child. Um, they don't hesitate to always put a smile on my face, make jokes with me. My parents are always supporting me, telling me how proud they are of me. I thank them so much for that. My grandpa and my grandma, that they're always watching me and looking over me and just trying to do the best that I can for them. And all of the fans. I really do appreciate all the fans and the refs that come out and support us. It makes the game more enjoyable. And I just want to thank everybody.
All right, Marissa, we want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come talk to us about your senior season. We wish you the best of luck the rest of this year, and we can't wait to talk again real soon.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.